Today we're going to be talking about how to make your own flour from raw wheat. And to do that, we're going to be using the Wondermill Jr Deluxe hand grinder. So let's get started.
During turbulent times, you step into the fray to protect yourself and those you love. Go to prepare911.com for more information.
Grains are an essential part of our diet and are rich in vitamins and minerals. In 8000 BC, the Egyptians grew and harvested grains along the rich and fertile Nile Valley. In 5000 BC, rock mills were used in Greece to create flour. This flour was used to create bread, which is similar to Indian naan bread. There's also evidence that points to flatbread similar in shape and size to modern-day Mexican tortillas. As man became more agricultural and harvest became more plentiful, more mechanical methods were invented to process these grains. This included large wind and water mills, which turned grain into fine flours for baking. Now farms use a broad range of machinery to both plant and harvest grains on a massive scale. This food is shipped to markets around the world, which rely upon fragile supply chains. Just-in-time shipping allows goods to flow vast distances, but these transportation methods can be interrupted by a wide range of events. For example, a pandemic can prevent vital workers from shuttling goods and services along a complex supply chain. Additionally, natural disasters can do the same thing, such as volcanoes, floods, hurricanes, and many, many more. This is why it is so critically important that you learn how to process grains into flour.
This is a hand grinder to turn wheat into flour. It's made by Wondermill and is an absolute excellent tool for emergency preparedness. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing video and dive right in and see what's all inside the box. So here we go. First up, it's got a book that's going to tell us how to put it all together. This is what's called a flour guide. This is a double clamp that's going to allow you to attach this to a workbench or a work surface. Next is the auger. The auger that's going to move the flour into the grinding wheels. Next is a hook lock pin that's going to help hold the auger in place. Next, two heavy stone sets and a burr set.
The stone set can be used to grind any dry grains directly into flour. So we're going to show both sides of them here so you can get an idea of what it is that you're looking at. And we're going to also demonstrate how to mount them inside of the actual grinder itself. This one is a steel burr grinder. It's going to be used for grinding things that are wet and making things such as butters and those sorts of items. You'll notice it's just a steel plate attached there.
Regular auger staff. Regular auger shaft. Next is the handle. And finally is the Wondermill itself. I'm going to tell you my first impression. It does feel very sturdy, but is actually lighter than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be heavier, although it feels very solid. It's got Wondermill Jr on the outside. Step number one is to attach the double clamps to the base. Attach these bolts to the bottom. This is actually very stable. So that was it. I just did them hand tight. And this is what's going to attach to your countertop. The next step is a Wondermill flour guide. And we're going to go ahead and open it up. Gonna go simply around the outside here and gonna fit right inside of it. So this is the stone burr. It feels like, I mean, it's just a regular stone that has got indentions and cuts inside of it. You notice it's got 2 bolts here, and this is going to be to help bolt them onto the flower guide. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. And it does, the instructions do talk about it having a food grade oil on it, but you do need to clean this off obviously before you go to use it. So you notice that's the first part of the wheel now is installed. It's pretty easy to see. Next is the regular auger. I'm just going to go ahead and remove that out. I'm not going to use, I don't intend to use the wet auger through the hole in the shaft. You'll notice you just thread the pieces together here. The interesting part about the handle is you'll notice it is like a triangle shape, which there's a triangle shape on the end here. And then this is going to be your mill fully assembled. Once you clamp it onto your base, you're going to be able to put the flour in the top. The grain will be pulled into the wheels and processed into flour. The grinder can be mounted with a clamp to a kitchen countertop. The countertop will need a 4 to 5 inch lip which will allow the mount to be clamped securely to it. The grinder will be attached to the clamp via 4 small bolts which come with the clamp itself. If you want to do something more permanent, you can also screw the grinder directly to a countertop and mount it with a series of bolts. The flour guide is placed directly on the grinder. This channels the flour down into a bowl or similar object at the bottom using gravity. Another major selling point of this grinder is it will process both hard and soft grains, nuts, and wheat. For example, this will process corn into cornmeal. The electric Wondermill will not do this. Also, by changing the auger, you can process oily grains and nuts such as almonds, which will allow you to make your own peanut butter. The handle attaches directly to the auger via a triangle shaped channel. Grain is poured into the 1 quart top hopper and is gravity fed into the auger, which then pulls the grains through to the grinding wheels. It is critical to turn the arm in the correct direction, as not doing so will cause the auger to clog with grain and stop functioning. The Wondermill Jr Deluxe grinder is an excellent addition to anyone's home who is interested in healthy foods or disaster preparedness. Thanks for watching our video. Hope to see you back soon.